I need an intro. I need an intro. Today, I want to talk about courage. Courage versus doubt. And the question I've been asking myself is, why does courage not feel like courage in the moment? And why does it disguise itself as doubt? And yeah, because I think it's crazy. I would naturally think courage is bold, is confidence, it's being sure in the moment. But if I have to think of majority of the moments where I've come out courageous, not even in the moment, it doesn't feel like that. It's scary as fuck. It is. Painful sometimes. And so I think somehow I feel like I've lost my way in courage because of listening to the pain more. Yeah, almost desensitized to courage. As soon as pain happens, one just contracts. Literally, like just. And so, yeah, I've been questioning what courage is, and I think I've come to 5 ideas onto what are the disguises courage comes in, especially in exercising courage. As you know, I've got my notebook, yeah. Okay, so the first one I have here is courage never feels like courage in the moment. Like I was saying, it feels awkward. It feels strange. Maybe it's supposed to be that way. And so knowing when I do feel awkward, knowing that when I do feel shy, when I feel irrelevant, when I feel unworthy, when I feel unqualified, that's courage in the room. The second, I've got five ideas, like I said. The second idea is courage is quiet sometimes, even when doubt is loud. So by that, you know that before even like sending an application or sending your CV or uploading that picture, uploading that movie, applying for that gig, anything almost that you have to put yourself out there about, and then sometimes you're just like, fuck it. Just like, just send it. It's quiet. Sometimes it's quiet. It's just like, just do it. Just whisper, just a whisper of confidence, of trust, of Tululu. Like, just do it anyway. I know I'm unqualified. I know I'm not at the skill I wish I was at. I know my peers produce stellar quality. send it. Honestly, it's this has been actually I think the most present courage in my life. That quiet voice that just says do it. We call it Dululu. But for real, like thinking about 90% of the jobs I've had, I was unqualified. Most likely never had done the job. Only till recently I've had experience, to be honest, in the thing rather I'm curious about, because I've worked in so many industries. I mean, I went from sales in retail to telemarketing and insurance to quality assurance to claims administration, then out of insurance into digital and PR. Then into food service, then I went into e-commerce, then so I got into digital and fell in love with filmmaking and got bit by the Web3 bug and been in that rabbit hole kind of since, and into VR. I mean, so I could, every time I'm there, I could only present what I've done, and in hopes that they would see that when I put my mind to something, I will do it. When I'm curious about something, I will do it. And that's how doors have opened, really. Even how I landed the Moment gig, anything in Web3, to be honest. I think obviously it comes with social media experience as well and community management, but it came out of curiosity. The first gig I landed in Web3 was with the Golden Voyager party with what's the collective, and they host NFT Bali every year. I think this would be the 5th year. That's crazy how time flies. But I was there from almost inception of the projects that they got to manage, and I was part of community management, and I just DM'd saying this is my story, and yeah, I would love an opportunity to do this. And literally, even that's how I landed my first job with my best friend, high school best friend, Nicole. I tell the story every time in interviews, where it was actually a prelude to how I got kicked out, funny enough. But Nickelback was coming to South Africa and they were retiring. I think this is 2023. I think they're back now making music, but then they announced that this is their last tour, and Nicole and I had to see them, obviously. So as two broke girls, we went on a mission to go find jobs in town during our final exams, mind you, in matric. And I remember the first day, we had no plan actually. We were dressed up as two broke girls and no CVs in hand printed, because what did we know about getting a job? But one thing Nicole was good at was English, child, so she could put together a nice script for us. And I was a little like, I could as shy as I was, though, I could come out of that. Like I could perform it almost, like I could cosplay it, and that gave me confidence. When like I'm confident in the idea, then like I would just come out confident. So she wrote a script for us. I think we practiced it a few times. It was like, hi, my name is Paul. This is Nicole. We're in high school. We're looking interested or to know if you have vacancies as the holiday period. You know, Moss, we kind of tell them, oh, we know you're going to get busy. So, yeah, hire us. And then lent the script, got there, set the script. The first shop we walked into, this was funny because as two broke girls, we were already picky after the script because we were so confident by then, you know. And then the first shop we walk into was Verymark. Because why? It's Verymark. Why not work at Verymark? We don't want to work at any basic shop. And so then we walk into Verymark. I think that would also be a fantasy, you know, who knows, it might ended up on TV with those ads. But then walk into Verymark, we say the script, and then unfortunately they had already, it's a very small shop, like it's a passage, almost like size of a bathroom, almost a nice, reasonable, big bathroom, but it's a very small shop. And so this lady says they only interchange between two colleagues, and she's the one that's on now, so they don't really need more staff, but she wishes us good luck. And she gave us good energy, shame. She was very cute. I think she was also very young. And then we walk out of there with like really good energy. And then second store we walk into, now we're walking around the mall, Springs Mall. What was it? The Avenues. And then we're cocky now. We're like, where would we want to work? That was so powerful. We got like picky with our dream, which I love. That even in the moments where we didn't know what we were doing, we kind of still knew what we wanted, or an idea of how it looked like. That was powerful. And hence why I tell the story every time. So then in interviews. So anyway, then the next store we walk into was Cash Crusaders. And you know the script, I say the script, there's short one, short white, man behind the counter, probably in his 30s, late 30s, 40s, not sure. Johan Meyer, he changed my life. And then he stands like, he's very short, so he's like almost the size of the till screen, so I can't really see his eyes. So I say the script. Obviously I've greeted him, but I need to say the script, so I'm not even, there's no pauses in between. I say the script. When we're done, I'll wait for him to say something, obviously, and then he doesn't say anything for like a good second. And then he looks up, he's like, okay, sure, do you have your CVs? We're like, no. He's like, okay, can you bring your CVs tomorrow? He's like, yeah. Then he's like, okay, then we'll bring, I think her name was Alex or something like that. I think it was Alex. It was such a cool name for the trainer. She was really tall. I forget her name now. I think it's Alex. And so she's like, yeah, I'll tell Alex to take your CVs and probably start training or something like that. But it was very vague. It was just like, bring your CVs and then we'll take it from there. We walked out of there like we had just gotten the jobs. I don't remember us going to any other store. But yeah, it was, the reason I told you the story was leading from that quiet courage to say, just do it anyway. And yeah, that was, I tell that story every time because it gives me courage that even when I do feel disqualified, to just do it anyway. And the third point or idea I have here is that courage borrows the language of doubt. By that, I mean in the same breath, doubt will say, what if you fail? It's the same breath that courage says, but what if I don't? So in that dance, it's realizing that it's almost like breathing. Excuse me. And it requires an inhale and an exhale. I think courage in and of itself wouldn't exist if doubt was not there. Faith wouldn't exist if disbelief wasn't there. Otherwise, everyone would do it. A thing called bravery would not exist. And so when that voice of doubt comes in, know that the voice of faith is also in the room, and it's saying the other thing. You know what the other thing is in the moment. It's the very thing you want to do. But then, now you feel like there's walls. I've been feeling like there's walls that are saying, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Just give up. Just give up, dog. Why won't you just give up? But we don't do that here. We don't act like that. Right? Right? And in that breathing, it's the action in itself. And it's the fourth idea I have here says disguise presents a crossroad, a choice. If courage was, this is funny because I can't read my own handwriting. If courage was obvious and easy, obvious. Wow, I had to just read it so that I could get somewhere. If courage was obvious and easy, we would all take the leap. That's what I was just saying now. Will you look at past fears, or will you still act? It presents a crossroad. Will you stay safe, or will you get weird? And the fifth idea I have here is courage only exists when doubt does. No fear equals to no courage, which means comfort. So the questions really I should be asking myself, and maybe you should be asking yourself, is when last did I feel afraid? Because those are the moments that require us to be courageous. Those are our breaking points. We choose not to stay safe, but to get weird. Doubt is the receipt that courage is in the room. It's a symptom As soon as you feel doubts, you're like, oh, okay. Okay, I know what's happening here. I know what's happening here. I know what's happening here. So where in your life does doubt show up? And what if that's courage calling?